2, and here's Modi.
Namer.
Namer.
Wait, you
So
thought my name
dyslexic.
was
No.
Wait, you thought my name was Maynard?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Olga?
Dyslexic though.
Olga?
It's
Namer.
Namer. Name her. Namer.
Namer. Name her.
Yeah.
Namer. I just met her.
I
Are we rolling? I think we
We
started.
were rolling with that
yeah,
already?
we're good.
Okay.
Is-
I might also keep that. That's cute. All right.
And
We're already in the podcast.
And
With
it's-
Olga Namer. Yeah, I just know people. I know about your phone. I have you on my phone as Olga Comedian.
oh
So that's I don't. So
I
your
think-
last name is almost like irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been over almost a year since you were on.
Yeah,
Is that
Olga, you were
crazy?
one of our original guests.
You're OG.
I am.
Yes, you were like on my first list when I wanted to start doing a podcast. Who do I want? I said Olga.
That is so.
This is a revisitation
Yeah, and you look so cute
of
in
what
this
you've
little
been up
outfit.
to.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah.
And
So
Periel's
good to
here.
be here.
Periel's here, Leo's here, and we're rocking and rolling here. We are in the middle of all the craziness of the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we're just
the-
in a sukkah.
We just had
We had
lunch in a
in a
sukkah.
sukkah.
Yes,
What'd you
Okay.
have?
today.
There was kogel, there was
Everything.
Tolent.
Is this the milk holiday with the cheeses?
No, that's Shavuot.
That's
Oh, that's
Shavuos.
No, but
Come
this
on,
is
Periel.
this is the 8 days in between. Today's Chol Hamoed. It's like one of the days in between. You're supposed to eat in the sukkah, and we luckily we were by my friend's office. I texted him. He said, "Come up," and he had a big lunch in the sukkah on his roof.
I'm
And-
having dinner in a sukkah tonight.
So there you go.
So there you go.
So there
Okay.
you go.
Olga, have you eaten in a sukkah?
I was with you.
Oh yeah, we were with
Oh my
you.
God, we were with
Yes.
you in the
A few
sukkah
nights ago. How
at
could you
6th Street Synagogue with Gav Bellino.
Yeah.
It was so great. We stopped by accident.
Randomly.
We took a walk. We went by, and you were there. As a, how was it? How was sukkah at 6th Street Synagogue?
Very good Brussels sprouts. Everything else was terrible. No,
Was it?
I'm joking,
No.
I'm joking.
He's such a good
No.
cook.
I know he
He
really
cooks.
Is.
He's the one who
Yeah, he
cooks.
made the
He
challah.
cooks. He makes challahs.
everything.
He makes
Hello.
everything.
So good.
Is that your synagogue now?
Is that my synagogue?
You were there for the high holidays. I saw you.
Okay, I was on the high holidays. There was so many synagogues that wanted me to go to their synagogue, and on the
Wow,
way,
Olga's
yes,
a hot ticket.
I know. On the way to the 6th Street synagogue,
Yeah.
I bumped into a rabbi from the other one in Soho. What is it? The Union Square one?
I have
Or
no
the
idea. There's
Mag
so
and
many
David
little
synagogue.
ones,
And he's like, "Where are you going? Why don't you come to our synagogue?" And I was like, "I can't. I'm on my way to the 6th Street." He's like, No. Just this is closer. Just come. I was like, I made my commitments, and he's like, tomorrow. And I ended up there.
We had a lot of comedians.
next-
We had Danny Cohn. No. Did
Dana
you-
Friedman was there.
Dana Friedman.
Oh, I don't know why I said
there's,
that.
Danny was there?
Leah Forrester. I think Danny was supposed to come by, and there was
Sandra Bernhard
Sandra
was there.
Bernhard's there. It's a vibey shul.
I love this because I remember a few years ago we were talking about how none of the synagogues wanted you because they were so scandalized by you.
What?
And-
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you were-
now they're all vying.
all-
for
Who
you.
didn't want me?
How the times have changed,
Yes.
Olga.
The time, and my
'Cause you're a big
father was
shot
begging
now.
me. Yeah, in Rosh Hashanah, like you don't understand. Like in the middle of Amidah, someone's like, "I don't want to interrupt you, but I heard you on Modi's podcast."
People while you were praying. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, and then I came home. I
The
was
silent
like,
Amidah,
"Ma?"
that's a prayer where you're supposed to just you take 3 steps back, 3 steps forward, and then you have to go the whole thing without you're talking to God directly and not to be interrupted. You don't move, you don't do anything. Keep your legs together, your feet together, and they come into her face. I don't want to just tell you.
Yeah, but I loved it. I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I'm obsessed with shul." I said shul. I was like, "I'm gonna go tomorrow, but to a different minyan, so I get new compliments."
Oh, it's so cute. You're working a lot. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I see you everywhere. You're in Westbury Theater.
Yes, I was. That was a lot of fun.
Tell me what happened there.
With the Howie one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so-
you've been there multiple times already?
twice.
Wow.
Yeah, because I
Fill us in.
I was
Fill us
with
in. Bring
Vic
us up to date here.
Potato there. Do you know?
Okay.
And then I think because I opened for him there, and then they called up James from Governors, because Howie their plane was running late. Something happened with their plane.
Okay.
So they needed someone to open up the show, and they asked him for, I guess, the girl that opened for Vic, the Westbury Theater asked. So then he's like,
And you're the
he was
girl who
like,
opened for Vic.
I don't know. She's so busy. I don't know if I could get a hold of her, but I'll try. And then meanwhile, I was not busy. But
Always say you're busy.
well, that's what he did. He's like, she's so hard to get in touch with. And then he just called me and he's like, okay, I don't want you to freak out, but do you know Howie Mandel? I'm like, yeah, deal or no deal.
Deal or no deal. Oh, God.
That was my favorite show. Anyway, yeah, that got me through my divorce, I have to say. That
Deal or
show.
no deal?
Yes.
How did Deal or No Deal get you through your divorce?
I don't know. It made me feel better when I saw other people lose.
It made you feel like you weren't the only one
was
getting
like,
no
only-
deal.
I was like, good.
Oh, my God.
But so anyway, so then he's like, you're gonna have to like open for him. And I was in Connecticut. I wasn't like expecting. And he's like, and you can't wear your sloppy clothes. This is a theater. And then I only had, thank God, the night before I wore like a normal dress. So my friend Courtney Davis, who I love, she cleaned it for me. That was very nice because there was, wine stains on it, of course.
Obvious.
Yeah, not a lot. I think it was a white dress. So like, but then I got there, and then what happened? They told me, I thought I was doing 20. Oh, no, 15. But then they're like, oh, could you do 25 to 30?
Wow.
And James was like, she could do an hour. I'm like, shut up. Like,
So you're sitting there buying time, waiting for Howie to show up
Stretching.
on stage. Just
Howie
stretching.
wasn't even
in the air. Howie wasn't even in the air yet, and Olga's on stage.
Yeah. They said like, and the hard thing with it was like, I don't know that. So I didn't have a stool, so I didn't know I couldn't look at the time. I didn't know where to put my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do, but I didn't want to go over. So in the middle of like a punchline when people were laughing, I like bent down to the floor to see what, like, I was very, yeah.
You need a little watch.
Because there's no like,
It's a round theater.
Yeah,
It's a
that
round
theater's very
theater.
cool.
It's a very cute space.
yeah. Every time, the 2 times I got off that stage,
Yeah.
I got off in the raw. Everybody after they're like, it's that way. The
Well, it's a
exit's
circle.
that
It's, like,
way." And I
confusing.
get off. There's not steps. There's only one set of steps, but this one it didn't. I like jumped off because I couldn't find it. But anyway, so it was a lot of fun. And then Howie.
How was Howie's show? How was his act?
Oh, so I didn't get to see it because James was like, I have to take her back to my club. She's headlining because I guess, he wanted me to look very busy. And then,
It's good to have people like this in
It's
your
good.
court.
It's good to have people
Of
like
course,
that.
everybody's going to hear this now and be like, wait a second.
I did. I was very busy. I was.
Yeah.
I was busy, but I did. Yeah, shoot. Now I'm not. Now that's not a good. Scratch that.
We can
I'm
take
kidding.
it
No,
out.
No, she's busy
But,
and she's
No, but someone
hot
said
and
something
she's-
about your act. They texted
Oh
him
yes,
or something.
okay.
from
So Howie got there, and I guess James was standing in the front. I don't think he knew who James was, but then he's like, "Wow, this girl's so funny." But James didn't recognize him.
Howie Mandel.
Yeah, I
Oh
guess
my
it was like dark or something. Like he couldn't see
Backstage.
But then after he brought me to his like room and like backstage, I didn't have a mask. Which before they got there, they're like, "You have to wear your mask in front of Howie." But I guess he didn't.
He's a
care.
germaphobe.
Yeah,
He's a
I
big
heard.
germaphobe. Yeah.
I guess
did a
he
show with
didn't
him.
mind. You did?
Yeah. I did a gala show with him at the Montreal Comedy Festival. He was actually very nice. It was before COVID, so there wasn't. We didn't shake hands, but we stood there and chatted and all that. And his act was he hadn't done stand up for a while, but he came on with this whole show of everything but stand. He had dogs and dancers, and I'm like,
Really?
what are you doing? This is a comedy festival, and just grab a mic and tell some jokes. He did the whole thing, and it was a funny show. It was
That's it.
Montreal Comedy Festival, and the guy that produced the show knew it was going to be a very heavily Jewish audience. And at the end, like a few days before he booked me, usually Montreal, you book out way out. He said, let me just put Modi to close the show in case nothing goes right.
Oh my God.
And that was, and it was Keith Robinson was on that show. It was a fun show. Yeah.
It is fun.
All right, so you didn't see his act.
Yeah, but everyone said that he was very, very funny.
Good.
And his Orny Adams also, that was his opener. They said it was a great show.
So you were just, you weren't even in his opening act. You were just to fill time for the audience.
Yeah, like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Because they weren't, something happened with their plane, so they had to,
But someone texted someone.
Yeah, so
What'd
they're
they
in
say?
the air. Yeah, they said that they got a text message, like, I guess on the plane, like, who is this filthy, dirty Jew? She's so funny.
Filthy, dirty Jew.
Yeah.
Put that in your
It's
Instagram bio.
amazing.
Yes,
That's
filthy,
so
dirty.
good. That's so good.
But he was so nice, and it was so fun, and it was great.
So
it was
happy
a lot
for you.
of fun.
So you also now, like, since the last time you were on this, you're working. You are a working comedian now, right? You're up every night.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
up every night. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know because we have a mutual friend.
Who?
I'm not going to say his
Oh.
name, but I don't know if he was courting you or trying to
Let's
meet you a
tread
little
carefully
bit. Yeah,
because
very tricky. But
Now I'm like,
he
which
called
one?
me and asked me.
Which
he goes,
one?
He goes. He says to me, "Listen, she comes in and out of evenings." Like, and I knew exactly what he was talking about because when you're doing comedy every night, and your friends are having dinner, at 8 o'clock to whenever, you have a spot at 8:30, so you might come after and join them for dessert, or might join them in the beginning and then leave afterwards. But you're always coming and going to spots. So he says, "Is this a normal thing?" I go, "Yes." And in Olga's life now, comedy is who you're married to.
Yeah,
Right now, you're doing sets. That's what you're.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't be sitting there listening to their horrible conversations
Yeah,
from
and
beginning to end.
well, not but it's so that's always hard with dating, like so hard. Like they don't, and
Because your
it's-
evenings are full.
yeah, and it's like I guess when that person you're talking about, I had a show at Caroline's and I had another show at the Strip, and I didn't end up going to the show at the Strip because I've already canceled on him so many times, and I felt so bad to do it again. And it's kind of like this thing. It's like I don't even know. I guess like I don't even know this person, and now I'm gonna like give up shows or
No, you
something
don't.
I've been
You don't do
working.
that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
But then,
no, you do your shows. He has to understand.
yeah, but when is it to a point you have to also be like understanding towards them, like that, right? They are people. I don't know. It's
Are
hard.
they though?
Not really. I don't know.
They're
No,
not comedians. They're not people.
they don't get it. No, well.
No, I'm kidding. What else? Now,
So
there's a mikvah story that
this
that
mikvah
Periel's
story.
dying
Is
to
this like an
hear.
urban legend or this happened?
No, no,
before?
no.
This really
Why?
happened.
So here,
Wait.
this
Tell me.
thing is that I feel like we've talked about this so much, but I feel like there's always, and maybe it's less now. That's what I was saying before, that you've been like embraced. I love to see that by all the Jews who were so scandalized. There was like so much pressure on her because of like where she grew up and how she grew up to be. She's so not what she's quote unquote supposed to be. Like she broke all of the rules.
Yeah.
And I think that was like really.
Well, I'll tell you how that changed. This is
Yes.
Well, you did it for me. Thank you.
I did it.
Guys, my mother and father, they don't like okay, my mom, like, anytime I was like, you should watch comedy, she's like, I don't like comedy. Like, right? But, okay, but she does love free things.
Who doesn't?
I was like, I got you free tickets to the Chosen Comedy Festival.
Oh yeah, I saw you there.
That's right.
Yes.
You were
There
there.
was no way that she would go if they had no. I was like, they're free. It's right, and she's like, okay, fine.
And you guys had good seats.
Fine. Yeah. So they came, and then they were like, she was obsessed with you and Elon, like dying. She thinks you're like, I don't know, like. Literally the other day, my dad's like, enough with you and Modi.
What do you mean enough
Wow.
with Modi? Why?
She's like,
because your
"Are
mother's
you-
carrying on. Your mother's carrying on about
yeah,
us.
she's like, do you think you're gonna see Modi tonight?
Oh,
I
that's
was
so funny.
So when you told her that how much you like liked me and enjoyed my stuff. Like she's like, wow, like okay, like I guess.
The Modi Hashgacha.
Yeah.
I gave you hashgacha. I gave you.
What's hashgacha? Does that a certification?
Certification.
Oh, hashgacha. Yes.
Sorry.
Is that
Yeah, Leo.
Goyified it.
no, no.
No,
I
you
thought
you
it was
you
like
made
that.
it Yiddish.
Yes, that's
You made it Yiddish. You're so Ashkenazi, Leo.
Yeah.
You're so
I was
Ashkenazi.
Sephardic, if anything.
So yeah, hashgacha.
Yeah.
You said hashgacha.
Well, he had
Because they don't go to your
Modi.
shows, right?
That come to my
Your
shows?
parents.
No, and by the way, when my aunt was calling my mother that day, because she's what?
Parents are not going to her shows.
Why not?
Never.
She's
Have you
am-
seen her shows?
a
She's a
million
dirty,
times. She's
filthy
amazing.
Jew.
Dirty, filthy Jew. Didn't you get that in the memo?
I know.
Amazing.
Well, I do have clean things, but also a lot of the clean things is like mean towards my mom. So
Oh, yeah, so she's not coming to your show.
no, she's gonna hear this. I love you, mom. Okay,
Wait,
So there, I don't like all that pressure that everybody put on her because she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, and then they like try to like force her into this mold. It's so misogynist, and then you have to do this and you have to do that, and the married, and then the mikvah.
yeah.
So
Well, okay. So
Go
I
ahead.
was the last time I went to the mikvah, but you know about the whole mikvah and the dipping and being clean.
yeah, I know what a
this
mikvah is.
it's a scandal also.
You have to.
Stop
that-
it.
It
It sounds traumatizing.
It is. It's because you're dirty and you have to.
Stop it. Stop it, the both of you. Stop it, the both
You have
of
to get
you.
naked in front of a stranger and dunk like a
See,
Stop
that
it,
was-
the
Dunkin'
both
Donut?
of you.
that stranger who was supposed to be watching is an idiot because on my 7th dunk there was a dead rat on my head. I'm like, you have one dump, to see that.
You had a rat in the mikvah?
Yes, a dead one.
Those of you who don't know
I'm
what a
gonna
mikvah is,
vomit. I'm
it's
gonna
a
vomit.
spiritual, it's a spiritual, clean water bath.
Not that clean. Not that
Well,
clean.
this was a mistake. This was
But
a
by the way,
mishappening.
it was a while ago. There was one mikveh in the city. Since then, they like rebuilt it, made it beautiful and clean.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Wait,
and-
you
yeah.
came out of the water and there was a dead
Yeah,
rat
and
on
she's
you.
supposed to leave a towel for me, and she was gone. So I'm standing there naked,
With a rat on-
shivering.
with a dead rat.
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
vomit.
and
I
I'm
would be-
freaking out. And then she like comes back. She goes, "Don't worry, you're still kosher." I spoke to the rabbi. I was like, I don't care.
Oh, she wanted to see if the rat made it unkosher.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, what's the protocol for re-cleaning the mikvah after a rat was?
I'm
in
sure
there?
they re-clean the mikvah
That's
after the rat.
what they're worried about. If she's still kosher.
Yeah.
Not
And my father did the same thing because I called him hysterical crying. I was like, there was a
would-
rat in my mikvah. And he's like, hold on, let me call Rabbi Shammah. And then, he goes, and then he's like, Rabbi Shammah said you're still kosher because back in the day they were swimming with beasts. And that's
I
Oh
mean,
wow, that's how they went to the. That's where they went to that.
Yes.
That point in the. Oh wow.
yes.
Wow.
Wow. So okay, so a mikveh is a whole. It's a pure water, and you dunk in it to connect with the pure side of you. And before you get married, you're supposed to go into the mikveh. Many men go every day to the mikveh, and it's and they're beautiful today. They're not gross things like they used to be. They're like clean and they're filtered and they're marble.
I once saw you do a snow mikvah.
I did a snow mikveh once. Yeah.
That one.
Did you know that you can do that?
Snow mikveh is the best. It's the
Where?
most.
Like
We
a
were
ice
somewhere with
bath?
like 4 feet of snow on the ground, and
Yeah.
Modi got naked into a bathrobe and jumped in the snow.
and did 7 turns and 7 turns.
Yeah, it
in the,
looked
You do
painful.
turns?
you have to do turns in the mikveh for snow mikveh.
Oh.
nobody,
dunks.
nobody was like, we're so profoundly sorry that this horrible traumatic thing happened to
Yeah,
her.
that's pretty traumatizing.
Well, I'll tell you. So
I'm
then
sorry that you had.
rat-
I'm sorry. I'm on the behalf
behalf
of all
of
of
the mikveh.
all on the mikveh people. I'm sorry that you had a horrible experience with it.
Well, no. Well, before that, I went every single month. Like I was keeping that, like
Yeah.
that clean, whatever. That was
Nida.
Nida. Yeah, that was the last time I went. And then the rabbi called, and he's like to me, I just want to let you know that something terrible was going to happen to you, but now something bad's not going to happen because there was a rat in your mikveh. And so,
What?
Like,
Wow.
it was like a, what is it called? Kapara type of thing? Or I don't know. Yeah.
Kapara.
Kapara.
Oh, I love that word.
So
You love kapara.
so then And then he's like, and please don't tell any of the girls.
Oh
That-
my.
We don't want to discourage them.
Please don't talk about it on Modi's podcast.
There was a rat
That
in the
every
mikvah.
girl there
I
listens
repeat.
to.
No, but now I could say because they rebuilt it. I kept that secret in for 10 years.
That is
okay?
so
It was
horrible.
in-
This is not a recent story.
I would
This
have
is
friends
from
tell
10
me they
years
go
ago.
to the mikvah, and I'm like had to shut my mouth. And
I
not
mean, this
say
is, like,
anything 'cause
abusive.
That I was gonna get like cursed or something.
They're like, don't say anything. It's like being like assaulted, like sexually assaulted, and be like, if you tell
She's
anyone.
already got the story
I
and
couldn't
the whole
even, I couldn't
background.
tell anyone. I could, and then by the time I told people, it wasn't even. I'm like, you want to know something? There was a rat in my mikvah, and they're like, when? I'm like, 10
It's like
years
having a
ago.
hair
They're
in your
like,
soup.
No, it is not like having a hair in your soup. It's having like
No,
a
it
bowl
was
of
dead.
pubic
Ooh.
hair in
Is it
your
better dead or
like,
alive? What do you think? I don't know.
I would rather be
Souffle.
alive, actually.
Alive, yeah.
No,
Really?
oh my god.
I was just thinking if I would rather alive, but I think
No,
I'd
because
much rather have it dead.
Dead is like grosser somehow. I don't know.
Ew.
I freaked out. Well, and
Ugh.
there was all like you.
I feel like I need a mikvah now.
I will go on. Recognize the mikvah is an amazing thing. It really helps you,
You
connect.
actually, anytime we're in a body of water, you
I
do a
always mikvah. Oh,
like
I want
in
to see the
ocean.
craziest mikvah story I ever did.
Yes.
The craziest
It's not
mikvah
the
story.
snow mikvah?
Huh?
It's not the snow mikvah?
Snow mikvah was insane and amazing.
That was pretty
And
crazy.
I was a little drunk.
Not after that.
No, that wakes you right up.
Wow.
Right up, a snow mikvah.
That's scary.
But when you go to Jerusalem, and if you go to Ir David, which is underneath, like where the entrance to the Wailing Wall is, and there's this water that runs actually under Har Moriah. It's so when if you know how to get to it. The guy that's at the door says, "Oh, you're Christian," because I was wearing a yarmulke. This is where Jesus cured everybody from being blind. I'm like, I think, oh, you're Jewish.
Yeah.
This is where the priests did the mikvah before going to do the sacrifices, and I knew that. So we go in there and we see it, and the people I was with, I goes, just make sure no one's looking. I took off all my clothes and dunked 3 times in the water. Came back sopping wet, put all my clothes back on, and that
You
it's
jumped in the water unauthorized?
completely.
Unauthorized mikvah?
No, unauthorized. I gave the guy $50 to turn away.
Oh, why? They don't-
Unauthorized.
they don't
There's an
let
Arab
you?
guy that
It-
stands there, and I just give him $50. He turns away, and I did a quick mikvah, but I didn't bring a towel. But this is it's like one of the most. It's where the.
Ew, where's that
it's where
water
the
coming from?
priests. It's stream water. It's beautiful.
I hope there's
and then
rats
you have the
there.
mikvah in Sfat, where the Ari was. It's in a mountain. It's the coldest water you've ever in your life. Literally, you can't stay there for more than two seconds. It's so cold, and I did mikvah there too. Mikvah's insane. It's
Okay.
it's very.
Wait,
Mikvah's
more
a
than
good
the
thing.
The snow one is more freezing than that.
No, the snow one was cold, but the one in the mountain was so cold.
But for women, there's this whole like impurity thing that with the
Well-
mikvah. With the period,
Well-
and you're not allowed to do this, and because you're impure, and that's
You're
where
supposed to do it after your menstrual cycle?
Well, I
I like how you went menstrual cycle.
What do you want me to say? Period after your period?
But if you
What do you
think
want?
Period.
about
Period.
it,
Period.
period.
What's the deal? You do it
back in the
afterwards,
day-
right?
I don't know. I've never done it.
You do it after?
Oh.
Do it after.
But okay, but back in the day, if you think about it, they didn't have tampons or pads. The husbands are probably like, ew, I don't want to share a bed. Do you know what I mean? Get out and like make sure you're clean and then shower.
It's not. It's a spiritual
What do you
thing.
think
It's
so?
not.
No,
a
I
dirty
like this
thing.
theory that
I
No,
think
I don't
it
like
makes
it.
Yeah, she's
so much
definitely
sense.
right.
They make you check 7 days. They're like, make sure that blood is gone.
That's right. I
Before you
forgot
have
that
sex
part.
with me again. And then they want you to have a shower.
And don't they like check you? Like, oh, what's that
Yeah.
rag you told me about?
Yeah, there's a check cloth. You gotta
Okay.
check yourself.
Oh my! Look at his face. I know that was my face too. The
Oh, you didn't
check
know?
cloth. Excuse
to,
me.
like,
You got
You read it once. Remember, you
They
read it in the
taught
book.
me.
No, I read some stuff in that book that was disturbing about.
Stop trying to act like this is reasonable.
No, because
It's a
you know,
thi-
I
okay,
think
we
it's
need to-
I'm with Modi. I think it's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
thank you, Olga. No, she's just anything to just jump down their throats.
A check cloth.
They make a lot of money in the
Like a
microwave.
lot of money. Oh, it's a lot.
Is it like the towels at Equinox where they're just like an
I heard
No,
that.
Just grab
it's
one?
thin cloth. It's a thin white like cloth. They cut it
One
into
ply, two ply?
perfectly squared. No, one ply. I think.
What's like linen?
Linen,
Like a gauze?
very beautiful. Not a gauze.
This is an
And
industry.
it's like a it's like it looks like a
And so-
sheet,
and
like a
Phyllo
thick
dough.
sheet.
And so you're supposed to wipe,
you can't
and
even,
it can't have
use the
anything on it.
tissue. Tissue doesn't count. You got to
if there's anything on
Yeah.
it, right back into the mikveh you go.
no anything on it, you have to start counting again.
Yeah.
You have to start counting
this
again
is-
from
this
what?
is-
From
okay,
7?
Really, this is where the podcast
Yeah.
is going today.
This is okay. So steer us, Modi.
One time I had a questionable color. I had to send it to the rabbi.
That's the name of this podcast. Is a questionable color.
You had to do
There
what
was-
with it?
What?
What did you have to do
No,
with it?
I had to send it to the rabbi.
Okay, I'm done.
Right. On
I
that
was
note,
kosher, by the way. So
It's called Badika. It's
B'dika in Hebrew.
Right.
Wow.
Check.
You check it. Okay. It's if that works for you, then do it. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it.
it is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
because it's the thing of it is it's supposed to make you it helps you be excited to have sex with your husband.
Exactly.
Because it's
Okay.
been so long and you're like,
And you
oh,
haven't touched your husband.
Yeah.
You've got that energy in the house, and it's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
You
Okay.
guys,
And
you
if-
guys should do nida.
Yeah, we'll do need that.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll send it to Periel.
Yeah.
Periel's still at the.
I want that job doing the check cloth.
Yeah.
ew.
Ew. Okay, so how's your comedy going? Talk to me. You're killing it. It's been a
Really?
year, and I just
mean,
see
I'm
you
loving
everywhere.
Yeah. How has your life changed since November 10th,
Yes, since
2021?
last year.
I have to
Biggest
say,
change since last time you've done this podcast. What's the biggest change?
nothing.
No.
Do you feel more confident in your comedy?
In my act? No,
you feel the same.
Same.
It's okay to say the same.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I never caught you as
no,
unconfident on stage.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not unconfident. Yeah, I'm not. I guess on stage, it's like I don't really feel anything.
What?
You turn in.
Anything.
No,
You should
God.
feel something.
No,
I feel,
you're
I
like
feel happy to make
You
people
have an
happy.
adrenaline rush, no?
Yeah, yeah. I
People are
like
laughing at
yeah,
stuff
I like
you
I like
wrote.
when people are I like when they're happy when they if I make them laugh, it's fun. But do I get like I don't know. What was
Can we
the
talk about the
question?
psychology of
Yeah, tell
some
me.
comedians like getting off on when like an audience actually doesn't laugh or doesn't like
I
them?
don't get that.
What is
Yeah.
what is happening there?
It's so weird. I don't think they're real comics.
But
No.
my God,
No.
they're
Some
really
comics view.
Why?
I love my audience. I can't wait to be in front. I love making them
like she
laugh.
just said she feels happy when they laugh. But
Yeah,
I
I
There
don't
are
feel
comedians who feel that the
awful
audience is an
an
enemy.
enemy.
Like they're going up
Why?
against the enemy.
Yeah.
We have to kill them. We have
my
to.
God.
It's literally yeah. There's
That
comedians
is-
that are like this crowd's gonna really. But they don't have a love for that. I'm like I can't believe they're sitting in chairs waiting for me. I'm
Yeah.
so in love with the audience. But some comics are like they really sucked and they really this and that and weren't waiting. They're like.
But don't you think that is so bizarre?
It's a mental thing in their heads. They see the audience as an enemy rather than
to be conquered.
to be conquered. Yes, to be conquered.
Yeah. But it's
Really?
real. You know
I
what I'm talking
kill.
about, right?
Yeah, I
It's
do
like-
know, but then I look at those comedians and I'm like, I don't, because the job of a comedian is to bring joy to people.
Some
so
people
if you're
would do-
coming and you're doing it and getting angry, it's like you're not doing your job.
If you're funny by being angry, it's fine. It's
yeah,
a
but
lot of-
angry
I'm
at
talking about-
them, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yes, they do get angry at them, and if there's comics who just and then just one of my favorites, and I'll just say Nick DiPaolo.
Oh, I
he's-
haven't seen him. I don't.
I cannot tell you one of the funniest comedians that you
Ariel,
could watch.
you look like you have something to say.
Well,
no, I actually
He
think
is.
Nick DiPaolo
He
is
leaned into.
hysterical.
He leaned into his MAGA beliefs and all of that.
The most problematic comedian.
The
you
most
could name
problematic
right
to me.
now.
But let me tell you how funny he is, and quick and fast, but he if he hears a squeak in the audience, oh, really? You're making noise? And then just starts screaming at the person and berating them and losing it. And Colin Quinn and I are his biggest fans when that happens. Colin Quinn, I used to watch, I was on the road with him for a while. I would watch every set just to see when he snaps at the audience. But he is one of the funniest joke writers and comedians around. Yes, he's completely MAGA and right wing and has a podcast and a show that's just fully like, he makes Fox look like the gay channel. I'm telling you, he's.
Wait, can you tell me? Can you say your stalker joke?
Oh, my stalker joke.
Because
that.
when you were running that by us in the sukkah, I was dying.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Which
my
is
God,
like
that's right.
My stalker joke is that I have a stalker now, because I made it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, is this based on true story?
Yes, it is
This
actually.
is horrifying. Okay.
so-
Well, this is crazy. It's so everything. I'll say the joke and then I'll tell you how it came about. So I say I have a stalker now, and long story short, he ended up driving me home the other night, and I know that's dangerous, but like he was going there anyway. And then I say he was nice. I have to say that because he's here. It's like, but this is how. Okay, this is
Olga
how
Namer, ladies and gentlemen, she'll be here all week. You can
Try the veal.
Well,
Try the veal. Never mind. Go ahead. So how did it? Tell me this
okay,
story.
I won't say where it was, but there's
'Cause he's listening?
a club that they sent me in a whatever. I got sent home with their driver.
A club they sent me. You make it seem like you're like hostage, like to
No,
some
they sent me
comedian.
with the driver.
Okay.
Like a driver drove me home, and then the day before, the same guy was like to me. He like repeated my social security number back to me.
What?
First of all, the most fucked up thing.
How did he get?
I didn't even know the numbers. I'm like, what? He's like, it's your social. I was like,
Shut up.
You didn't even know your social. And he repeat- Are you sure he had the right number?
he did. No, I was like, oh, it is my social. I was like
Oh,
sitting
my
there,
God.
dumb. I was like, huh? And then when I repeated the story to my sister, she's like, you know your social security number? 'Cause
She also doesn't know hers either. How do you not know your security number?
How
I
did
know
this guy
mine.
get your social? Of course, I know my social.
I know
security.
You know because we went to
now.
college. You're not that much younger than me, right?
No, people know
That
it,
was
but
my
like,
in
People
college.
know-
That
people
was
know
your
their
number. That was your number in
It's
college.
still your number for everything.
No, but like it was for today. It's kind of hidden.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So this driver
well,
was
we
just
never had. I
randomly.
never had to fill out a W-9. I never made money before, so it's like, why would I know it? One time, I worked for Abercrombie and Fitch, and I did. I gave them the wrong.
So did I, by the way.
gave them the wrong number. I confused it, the last 4 digits with the end of my mother's number, and I never got the money. I'm like a little bit whatever, but it's
Oh
fine.
my!
Wait, so what happened? So go on. So
You're in
who
the car
said
with this person?
You're
So
in the car
then-
with the stalker.
Yeah, so
And he
then
repeats your number.
Yeah, he
Why?
already repeated the number, and then they're like, whatever's gonna drive you home. But also he does that. He's like a PI, like a private investigator.
The stalker
Oh my
is?
God.
Yeah, so then he was driving me home, and
The
then
stalker
and that's
was
how
in the car with you. I don't understand.
Yeah, he drove me home.
The
the
stalker
driver.
driving her home. He's her driver. He also is a private investigator on his other.
Which is
and
a
then-
great cover for a stalker.
Yeah.
But he also, whatever, he's my friend and he's great.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, I tell him that he knows the joke. Like we laugh about it.
Oh, so he's not a real.
Oh, so were you ever
But
afraid at any
that's how it
point?
came about.
Oh, so that's how the bit came together.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
But he's not okay.
Now the bit's not funny anymore.
The bit's
No,
still
the bit's
funny.
still
the,
funny.
the fact that he knew your
bit's
number.
still
Was, no,
funny.
he
Modi had a
Googled you.
stalker one
I had a
time.
stalker. Yeah. I had a-
But-
Modi had a stalker
What,
one time.
Online or for real?
no, a real.
I had to
crazy
send
woman.
What
the
did you
police
do?
to their
Police
house.
went there. We talked about this.
Oh,
once,
that
no?
woman.
Yes.
What?
Person.
Person.
Person of neutral experience.
We already said the story
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah,
Did we
told the
really?
story. No,
Oh,
yeah.
my brain is
we
shot.
had police and
Are you
detectives
scared?
showed up, but no, it was hysterical.
Oh,
This
okay.
Michigan, a woman out in New Jersey, and we ended up.
listening.
I knew, she was sending crazy messages. Leo was intercepting them. Long story short, we called Richie Taylor, the policeman. He set up with and cut to. It was the mayor of the town she lives in, sent detectives over there.
Unlike Shabbat, knocking
it was
on her door.
hysterical. And then she showed up, front row, in one of my shows.
Oh my God.
Like 2 hours early.
Okay, so I
Oh
did have a
my
stalker.
God.
I had someone do that to me. Yes, a stalker.
Okay, so tell me what happened with that one.
Well, okay,
That's a real stalker.
you know, online, you know, if I get DMs and like, then there's like, but you don't put a face to the guy who's constantly DMing like 1 billion thousand times, and then the guy, but when you're at a show and a person's like, I loved you, you were so great, and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, and then he's like, blank, like he said his name,
And you're like,
I was
oh
like,
God.
because I was like, like I've been ignoring him for like over a year because it got out of hand. But
No,
you don't.
it's crazy, the DMs, no?
DMs are nuts.
It is, and it's scary because like they know where you are.
Yeah.
Right,
you're-
that's like the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
You post, hey, these are where I'm going to be. and
I'll be
when.
right here at 8 o'clock. I'll be here at 8.
That's what I said to the police.
You have the morning off. You can come kill me at 8.
I said to the police when you had your stalker, I was like, we post his schedule of where he's going to be and when. This is like an issue that we
And
need
there's
to-
a website.
Yeah,
that
there's
you-
a website.
So she's there front row, and then Leo's like, well, I don't have to tell the story again, but Leo goes to put my cheat sheet on the speaker, on the monitors, right? And he looks up, he's with a mask, and sees her. And right away clocks that this is her. And so he comes backstage. I'm going through my set. I'm like, whoa, did we sell out? It was the middle of COVID, the Omicron, the whole thing.
It was last Christmas.
And then he goes, what do we do? He called the manager. The manager says, oh yeah, she was the first person to book a ticket, and she also requested the front.
Modi went on stage tonight and was like, this is the last time I see him.
my God.
Like, she has a gun in her purse.
No.
So then I called
That's
Richie.
so
I called
crazy.
Richie Taylor, the inspector in the NYPD. I go, what do we do? And then I go, Richie, why aren't you here? And then he grabs his wife, gets in the squad car, and 20 minutes, he's from Brooklyn at the show. He came, he had the time of his life. I
Can you
knew she
believe
was,
that-
she's a harmless,
harmless.
You think so until
she's
they
a whole scenario in her head happening. She's a Meshuggah in her head.
Right, but
Yeah, she's probably like, he's inviting me every time
Yeah.
you post. And
No,
like,
I had to tell Modi. Modi was just like liking everyone's DMs. Like if someone was,
yes, that's
and I had
what
to be
I
like,
would do
Modi,
sometimes.
you have to stop
Yeah.
doing that because people are like reading that as a cue to like engage with
Wow.
you more.
No, if you send a DM, I always read everybody's DMs and I
No,
like
that's
them,
not true.
and sometimes it's.
I intercept a lot of them.
Do you?
you think
It's hard
you
because-
think you're reading all of
I'm not
them.
seeing all. I'm not seeing all my DMs.
Some of them just get deleted.
Oh
right
really?
away.
What they say mean?
like,
They're
how many-
people are mean, right?
We've discussed this.
I know,
People are just
people are
mean.
You don't.
I
don't be
would
mean.
think the same thing. I would feel bad. So sometimes when I get embarrassed if I didn't answer them for so many times because really all you have is your fans. Like who cares if they stalk you? Because someone told me after to block that guy. I was like, I can't lose a follower. But it's truthful, no?
Can't lose a follower. Oh my god.
And also, who else would come out in COVID
Olga,
for you?
Olga,
Who else will come out? and
400 other people came out.
No,
okay.
meaning, you know
No,
what I
I
mean?
got
Like,
you. I
she's
got you. You're
devoted.
hilarious. You're hilarious.
No, but on the topic of the holiday show, because this happened at last year's holiday show.
Oh yeah.
You're
Wait,
all-
hold on, but just one last thing with the DMs. So whenever I post anything that has anything a little Jewish in it, people always write back, "Free Palestine."
Yeah.
Right? I know, but I'm not doing politics. Don't it's just whatever there. But
No,
I
I
don't. But
meant
why
like
are you
with the
putting it on
Free
my
Palestine,
thing?
like
so
what?
we were in Israel. We're staying at the Kempinski Hotel. We're spending money like it's like so much money in Israel. So someone wrote "Free Palestine." I go, "Expensive Israel."
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
I thought it would
Also,
get
like,
more
why,
from me, but
why
it didn't get more.
even, that's so annoying.
Do you get a lot of like anti-Semitic stuff online?
No. Not like, no. I don't know what I would do. I would cry.
Why?
No, I get very sensitive with the Israel-Palestine stuff.
But you
know
do
this.
you do pretty political stuff sometimes.
Do what? I don't do that joke anymore. I'm scared.
What joke
Really?
is it?
My Israel-Palestine joke.
What is it? Let me hear.
Okay, it's just that one. Okay. I'll do it on the butt because you. Now I'm gonna get all anti-Semitic stuff.
Oh my God! We have to hear this.
I just say that because when I got divorced.
What?
It was a joke. I was like, when I got divorced, I had to move home. And when I moved home, my sister took over my room. So I was like, get out. And she's like, no, it's my room now. And I was like, it was like a Israel and Palestine situation. I was Israel because I was right. And I was like, if you didn't laugh, wait, what did I say after? I was like, no, but I was nice. I didn't do it. I was like, no, I was nice. I was like, look, we could share it. Here's an invisible line. If you cross it, I'll kill you. And I was like, that's how my sister died. And then I said, if you didn't laugh, it's because you don't know the facts. I don't know when I said
you did.
that.
That's what you said.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
whatever.
Oh my God! First of all, I hope you have that joke written down somewhere.
Yeah.
Because in like 5 years, you can redo it and pretend it's new material.
Yeah, and I do have a tag to it because this is true. I say we still share the room. No, I say she didn't die. She's married, but like we still share the room. It's awkward because I went home for the holidays and I was sleeping in my bed and her husband came into the room thinking and like pulled off my covers.
He thought you were her. She.
Yeah.
He thought you were his wife.
Exactly. Yeah, and I was like, and it was crazy. Sorry, I have COVID. I was like, it was crazy. Best sex I ever had.
Yeah. Oh my God! But speaking of Christmas shows, speaking of Christmas shows, I have two, and now we're gonna book a third because we're selling out. We are. What's it
Sorry.
for you or her?
It was for me. Both.
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody has COVID here today.
Yeah.
Oh, I have allergies. You know, I've been sneezing all day.
I know.
Me too.
I think everyone says the allergies are very bad this year.
no, but you were
maybe
saying-
everyone just has COVID. And
Back to my Christmas shows in
everyone's
this
like, the
Clarendon
allergies
ad
are
over here.
horrible this year.
There's like
What?
50 tickets left.
Hear what she
There's
said.
50 tickets left to my shows, and I have two shows
Yeah.
at Sony Hall,
This is
and
your
it's
warning.
a good morning. Listen, there's two shows, and each show has about 50 tickets left.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all at like
It seats 450, and each one is like at 400.
at 400. So we're gonna be adding another show, but
If they
if
behave.
if they behave, but get your tickets now for the Christmas show. It's in December, and this is happening in October now. But just get your tickets for the Christmas show, ModiLive.com, and the
I'm still gonna
shows.
get DMs December 23rd.
It's gonna be the worst.
One of them is going to be for me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have to make sure the seats for guests.
I know.
And then Baruch Hashem, the Miami shows are sold out. The LA show is sold out. And we are adding a show to the LA show in November. We're adding on the 16th. 17th is Thursday. There's two shows sold out. So we're adding the 16th. Get your tickets, ModiLive.com. Are we done? Anything else? Any other crazy
Me?
story?
Crazy story.
Oh my God, you're the funniest guest we have.
No way.
I love
Stop
it.
Oh.
No, I've never seen anybody that makes Leo laugh I'm a fan of.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Aw.
And to
Well,
see
thank
Leo
you.
just go is the best.
Thank you guys. I have so much fun here in the
Plug it away. Where are you?
Oh, I have governors all the time, every day, all
That's
day.
good. It's
I love
good.
governors.
It's good that you have a spot that you
No,
have a
they've
place.
really honestly been so like without them, they built me, you know.
It's a great room. It's a fun room. It's located like
So
right
much
there.
fun.
Where is it in the middle of a?
Oh, I'm gonna be in Mohegan Sun.
Oh.
Oh, and I'm
are we.
gonna be in LA. I
Yeah.
forgot. I am going places.
What? Wait. What are you doing in LA?
I have a show at the Improv on November 15th.
Good for you.
And then, I'm on a show with other people.
Okay, that's
Okay.
great.
Some guy in my community puts it together. I did it before COVID, and like once, and then he wanted me back. And so
And when are you doing Mohegan Sun?
November 4th and 5th.
Who are you there with?
Teddy Smith.
Very funny. Very good.
Yeah. And then what day are we? What day is it? October?
Where can they go to find out the
October
information? I'm
4th.
sure
And then
it's
I'll be
somewhere.
at Governor's this weekend. And I don't know. That's
And what's your
enough.
Instagram handle?
Oh, Olga Namer, OLGANAMER.
So funny.
Olga Namer on Instagram, Modi_live. And guess what? We'll be at Mohegan Sun too.
Yeah, that ticket link isn't live yet though. So
Oh, God, how annoying.
We're also bringing back the brunch show with Zabars at Stand Up New York. I think the next one is October 23rd. I think we're changing the name to Deli Laughs.
Oh, wow. I have a mug. Donnie gave me a mug.
It's good. It'll be fun.
Cool.
Did you see there was a show at Katz's Deli?
I did.
I was
is there?
upset that we weren't. I should be on that list.
Oh.
I should.
Yeah.
First of all,
They're good guys.
if they're listening,
Do you know those
what
guys?
the hell? No,
Oh, yeah. They're
obviously
great.
not.
Okay. We'll get on that. And Stupid is done.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Mazel
That's
tov.
awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank
Where can
you.
they
Congratulations.
See it.
Not yet, but soon. More info soon.
Okay,
But
good,
it's
good.
It's a
Exciting.
wrap. I know. It's really exciting.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, so that's
excited.
great.
And I'm at Periel Ashenbrand on Instagram.
Yes. Oh my God, we saw. Oh, so we're going to be doing a book, and I think it's a funny story.
What?
Her book covers.
It's a funny story.
Go ahead.
If
It's a hilarious.
we've been together for a year doing this podcast. I know she's written 2 books. I never read them. I never even saw the covers to them.
which is a little
Which
scandalous.
Is, which
Yeah,
is
they're
a
a little
little, yeah, we're like, okay, great, amazing. She wrote a book. So now an agent approached me about doing a book, and he's this clean cut, like Jewish type of a person who has a narrative where he thinks the book should go to the community and this and that. And he's like, here's this author that wrote about the Israel and this and that and all these great Jewish authors. And I said, oh, if we're doing it with an author, we're doing it with Periel. And then he went and looked at her book covers. I don't know if you've seen her book covers.
What, you think I'm not a good friend?
You saw her books? You saw her book covers?
Of course.
One is her as like Eve with a leaf covering her woo woo, and
That leaf count as a checking cloth.
yes, and then she's like this, like that, and then there's one of her like on the sofa dressed like what's her name?
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse, like and I was just dying laughing because when this guy probably logged on and saw it, like he must have died. And the first chapter is called "The Anus Is Back."
Yes.
Oh my.
And she writes really well. It's great. It's easy to read. I loved it. But it was just so funny that happened. He in his world saw this is going to be a Jewish.
Here's the
Not
thing.
that it can't be. I'm just saying that like.
The thing is that one would expect that, especially if you work in the literary world, you would not judge a book by its cover.
Wow.
On
that note. So
I never
you-
judged you by your cover.
Yeah, I always judge you by your cover. Every one of your vintage
No,
shirts.
but that is, inside her book was the Bible. No, like that's like,
Thank you all very much for listening. Please stay in touch and DM us and
Don't
and-
DM us.
Don't DM. No, DM. I love the DMs. ModiLive.com for any questions you want on this. Thank you all very much for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're so funny.